Welcome back, Sci-Fi fans. I'm Greg, and this is Greg Reviews Sci-Fi. I hope you and your loved ones are safe during this scary time. This video is going to be a bit different. Instead of my normal reviews and recommendations, I asked authors to send me a video of themselves pitching their book to you. This is the 10 sci-fi books to read during the quarantine. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. You can also find me on my podcast, Fan Dummies, twice per week. I'll put the link in the description. One special request before we get started. In these uncertain times, if one of these books sounds interesting, please click the link in the description and support these authors. If you can't, no problem. Please share this video to your Facebook groups or other social media to get the word out. I appreciate it, and I know they will too. All right, enough of that. Let's get to it.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bryan S. Glosemeyer, and I am the author of Before the Shattered Gates of Heaven. It's an epic adventure of interstellar war and cosmic mysteries, and I'd like to quickly tell you what it's about. Growing up the lowest of the low in a cruel alien underworld, Sabira dreams of a life among the stars, conquering new worlds in the name of the gods. To make her dreams come true, she must prove her faith and her abilities in the deadly fighting pits of the Divine Masters. When a failed battle brings certain death and defeat, a chance encounter with emissaries from a distant civilization saves Sabira's life, but it also challenges everything she holds sacred. Sabira, confronted by shamanic visions and unimaginable revelations, must choose between faith and loyalty or mystery and liberation. The lives of everyone she loves and of worlds across the galaxy weigh in the balance. If you enjoy science fiction and space opera with deep world building, fast pacing, and complex characters that grow and change, I think you're going to enjoy it. Right now, it's available as an ebook box set collecting all 4 novellas. You can find it on Amazon for only $2.99. If you like it and you want to get a free short story set in the Shattered Gates universe, you can sign up for my monthly newsletter over at bryansglosemeyer.com. I really hope you enjoy and check it out, and I would really love to hear from you. Take care, everybody.
Hey Greg, thanks for having me. I'm David Agranoff. I'm the author of The Vegan Revolution with Zombies and Punk Rock Ghost Story, but I'm here to talk to you about my most recent release, a science fiction adventure novel called Goddamn Killing Machines. I wanted to upend your traditional military science fiction novel and take on one of my favorite tropes, the World War II men on a mission style story, kind of like Guns of Navarone or The Dirty Dozen, but with a Philip K. Dick kind of screw with reality type of thing going on. So what I promise you is you'll have some exciting science fiction, and in the end, you might be asking what the hell is going on, but I'm hoping you'll enjoy it along the way.
Hello, I'm Michael Hancox. I'm author of the novel Novabird, and here it is. As you can probably tell from the front cover, it is a science fiction novel. It's available on Amazon now, and you can get it as paperback or in Kindle format. Now, if you like your stories to have a very original plot, really likeable characters, and, well, good bit of humour, then this could be the book that you're looking for. So why not give it a try, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you.
Dusty planet there. Hi, I'm Rexx Deane, a sci-fi author with 2 books out at the moment, Synthesis Weave and Synthesis Weave 2 Afterglow. The Synthesis Weave series has been described as a gripping space romp exploration of classic sci-fi themes with a modern twist that you'll find hard to put down. The back blurb of Synthesis Weave reads, "A tsunami on a space station, an explosion with no trace of the bomber. Cybersecurity expert Sebastian knows evidence doesn't magically disappear, yet when he and his colleague Arix, a disabled ex-marine, travel the galaxy to find the cause, there seems to be no other explanation. Can they unravel the mystery before his family, home, and an entire race succumbs to an ancient foe?" Synthesis Weave is set in 2264, and it's classed as a solarpunk novel, which means it's set in an optimistic future rather than dystopian one. It does hop between several different planets. It's got mystery, cyberpunk, and sort of detective themes, and also a thread of fantasy. So if you like your science fiction to cross genres slightly, then give my Synthesis Weave series a try. Thank you.
The book I have to talk about today is called The Light Years. My name is R.W.W Greene. I write as R.W.W Greene because it's easier to find on Google. And this is my book. Came out through Angry Robot. It's a book about family. It's a book about refugees. It's a book about fleeing a disaster. It's a book about picking up the pieces afterwards. It's a book that has spaceships in it because it's a science fiction novel. I've been told that I write science fiction for people who don't ordinarily read science fiction, so this could be right up your alley. The logline is the captain of a freighter ship, family-owned freighter ship, organizes an arranged marriage for her son in hopes of achieving faster-than-light travel. On the other end of that is a young woman who hasn't even been born before the deal is struck. Her well-intentioned parents organize the arrangement, organize the marriage, and she will get an education and a chance at a better life than her parents had in return for this. So that's what the book's about. And the critics have liked it so far. Folks who have read it have liked it so far.
Hello, my name is Juan Zapata. And first and foremost, I'd like to ask everyone to please stay safe, stay healthy. I'd like to thank Greg for hosting me on his channel, for allowing me to pitch my novel to you guys, Golden Skies. It's light science fiction. It has slightly more advanced technology than what you would find here on Earth, with jetpacks, force fields, and guns with no recoil. It's a book about rebellion. Malik lives under the despotic rule of his father, Muhammad, who rules in the name of Sifat al-Din, the man-god emperor of their country. The rule is pretty tyrannical. People are killed for the most minor infraction against religious law, and Malik doesn't like this. Several of his friends have already been killed. So he resorts to trolling his father. He goes around town telling people Safad is a charlatan, Safad's a fake, he's a piece of shit. Malik's father doesn't like this, so he sends Malik to a religious conversion camp where he's waterboarded, he's electrocuted, he's beaten to a pulp, and he's whipped. And so this is where it really takes off. Malik goes from a boy to a man to a soldier. By the end of the book, foreign sky troopers come to his aid and help him start a rebellion. I drew some inspiration from the chaotic elements of the Syrian war, and I wanted to replicate this in this novel in terms of all the different groups at play. So you have a group that supports Malik and his rebellion, you have a group that supports the dictatorial regime, and you have a group that is vying for world domination but supports nobody. So it all coalesces at the end to be a giant showdown, a giant mess, if you will. And it's a pretty fast-paced book. It's a violent one, and it's military sci-fi. For those of you that are interested, please send me an email to jzapata1@bulldogs.aamu.edu if you purchase my book. I will send you a free copy, print copy of Henry, signed by me. It's pretty neat. I was in love with the drawing when I first got it. I'd like to, again, thank Greg for hosting me on his channel, and I'd like to, again, ask everybody to please stay safe. Thank you.
Is this thing on? I don't even know if you're getting this transmission, but if you are, it's the year 4323 and the world is coming to an end. And as cliche as it sounds, you are our only hope. And if you're a fan of My Little Pony and Care Bears, anything like that, please disregard this message. Send it to someone else, because you are absolutely going to hate what I have to say. Because if you want to save the world, you have to read this new awesome series called Metal Fury by myself, Stevie Collier, and Jonathan Yanez. And I'm telling you, it will save the future world of 4323. You are the last hope. You can save us by reading this new series, a space opera mecha story. We poured our heart and soul into this, and if you want to stop the alien invasion, you will read this book for us. Do it for us. And I'm telling you, how can I tell you it's so awesome? How can I just make you believe that this is just the most hilarious, amazing, action-packed series? Well, that's because my grandma told me so. I made it to her home. I evaded the laser beams coming from the sky, but she thought I was the second coming of Jesus, which I understand. But after an hour of convincing her that I was her grandson, Stevie Collier, and she read the book, she said it was the dopest thing she'd ever read, and that it would be the key to our survival. So if you're receiving this in the past, and you're not a fan of Care Bears and My Little Pony, please pick up your copy today. Do it for the world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Terrance Mulloy, author of The Earth Epsilon Wars. Greg was kind enough to reach out to me to see if I'd be interested in pitching my series to you guys, which I was more than happy to do. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So the first book in my series is called The Emissary, as you can see here, backwards, but what can you do? And it is very much a military science fiction story, lots of action, really, really gritty and raw. Basically it takes a rather wild twist halfway through, becomes a time travel thriller. Two of my favorite genres are military science fiction and time travel, so I figured I'd try and find a way to kind of mash them together. There's a strong sort of Aliens meets Terminator meets 12 Monkeys kind of vibe to it. So if that's kind of your bag, by all means check it out. I think you really would enjoy it. And the second book is a sequel to that called The Defector. And this one, again, comes under the main umbrella of science fiction, but it is very much an espionage thriller, another genre which I love. But there's a strong sci-fi component to it. And more or less there's a secret war taking place in present-day America, a time travel war, if for lack of a better word, involving some humans and some very nasty aliens. They have come back 40 years from now. They've travelled back to present day to stop something from happening. I won't tell you what that is, but it's there's a strong Terminator vibe there, 12 Monkeys again. And the third book, which I'll show you right here, is with my editor currently. That one is The Revered, and that is about to drop in a few weeks. So if you enjoyed the first two, you can grab The Revered when it launches for 99 cents for a limited time. The first book, The Emissary, is still 99 cents. It's also on audio as well, if you prefer. So, grab it, check it out, see if you like it. If you do, by all means, drop a review on Amazon or Goodreads. It does help a lot. Or let Greg know, or even contact me directly through Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at info@terrancemalloyauthor.com. You can also drop a line on my Facebook page, Terrance Mulloy Author. And yeah, check it out, have a read, see what you think. I'm pretty sure if you like sci-fi thrillers, there's a good chance you'll like this. A lot of action, a lot of tension, a lot of twists and turns, the kind of stuff I enjoy reading. And yeah, thanks for checking it out. Enjoy. Cheers.
What's up, everybody? Jay Sherer, co-host of the Story Geeks podcast and co-author of the time travel novel Time Slingers. It's an Amazon top seller in the time travel and alternate history category. Very fast-paced, very action-adventure type of novel. If you're into that thing, you want a quick read, definitely check out Time Slingers. It's only 99 cents on the Kindle. Amazon is running a discount on it right now, which is awesome. And also, we just released, if you're into steampunk, Death of a Bounty Hunter. You can check that out. It's only 99 cents as well on the Kindle version. So 2 books, 99 cents. Check them out. They should be really fun. I hope you enjoy them, and thanks for letting me submit this review.
Hi there. I'm Hugo and Nebula Award-winning science fiction writer Robert J. Sawyer, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my 24th novel. It comes out June 2nd, 2020. This year, 2020, is the 75th anniversary of the birth of the atomic age. The principal figure in that was J. Robert Oppenheimer, scientific director of the Manhattan Project. My novel is called The Oppenheimer Alternative. It's coming out for this anniversary to go back and explore not just the reality of what happened 75 years ago, but also, as the alternative in the title might suggest, an alternate history of what happened all those years ago. Or really, I think of it more as a secret history. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know that went along behind the scenes. I'm known as a hard science fiction writer, and I wanted to do a book that got into a real, honest-to-goodness, hard science fiction plot involving Oppenheimer. Just to whet your appetite, I'll mention that although we think of Oppenheimer as an atomic physicist, prior to World War II, he was an astrophysicist. He was, in fact, the man who first recognized the possibility of the existence of black holes. So what I've done is written a novel in which every one of the characters is a major, real, well-known historical figure. All of them are names you will know: Albert Einstein, Enrico Fermi, Edward Teller, Kurt Gödel. These are the greatest minds of the 20th century. And I build a story around them deciding to stay together as the Manhattan Project core team after the end of World War II to find a way to save our planet from an impending astronomical catastrophe. I've tried to make it as much of a human story as possible. I've tried to get into the psyche of these men and the few women who were allowed to be involved at the time, who were responsible for defining the rest of the 20th century and our current reality of nuclear brinksmanship, and who had many conflicting bouts of conscience, ideas that they played with after the fact. Almost all of them are gone today, so I hope I'm doing them justice. But it is a hard science fiction novel, an alternate history novel, and I hope a reasonable rumination on the biggest problems that face us today. Again, the book is called The Oppenheimer Alternative. I'm the author, Robert J. Sawyer, and it comes out June 2nd, but is available for pre-order now in ebook, audiobook, and of course in print. Thanks.
Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Links to all the books will be in the description below, along with all the contact info for the authors. You can find me on all social media as Greg Reviews Sci-Fi. And don't forget to check out my podcast, Fan Dummies, episodes twice per week. Thanks. Bye.